fair.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your research creatures are behaving themselves, so
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
very.
one success.
Oh, okay. And so only one success total.
Yes.
Oh my God. But it was an 8 or a 9 or a 10, correct? Well, you can re-roll it because this is the task.
Yeah, I re-rolled it,
Oh
but then
well.
it was
Okay.
2, so
All right.
so it's 1.
Okay. The science is just 1. All right. Well, you have barely managed this. It was quite tough, actually, apparently. So, and Nora is keeping the creature away, and the question of what you might do on your own, though, for Odin is a good question. What do you want to do on your own with this creature, if anything? I mean, you could. Uh, there's so many strange possibilities here. Um, Vitae and feeding. Okay, they may boost any attribute, right? They can do this and that. And that's embodied Strix may feed in other ways described in the embodiments. Okay, so when you're in a corpse, which would be here, here we go. In very rare, look at this. They even have a paragraph for you, Odin. Check this out. In very rare circumstances, a vampire might try to embrace a body being used by the Strix as a host. This actually does work, although not as the kindred might expect. The Strix will be unharmed. Oh, I see. Unfortunately, it doesn't do anything to the Strix. So, at least as far as this paragraph is concerned. If you want to make up some interesting rule or interesting thing to achieve here, we can generate a roll for it. You are out of the rulebook now. Your role last session effectively wrote a new rulebook in Nora's head. So come up with something weird if you want to. The chance for more forbidden knowledge is very strong here, or to achieve something scientific. If you do something really amazing with this creature, it will be covenant status without the need for experience. You would easily jump up in status quite far. I mean, if the covenant, if you survive, if the group of you survive the night, or more accurately, the day. All right, so all of this vitae transferent thing will take some time. The painting and things will take some time, but it is still not quite sunrise by the time you are ready. Will you proceed with the experiment to get Solvay's body in there with all of the art, and to get the now the this is the question. Do you, if you remove all the blood from these bodies, you will kill these people. So that is the question. Ansa, are you going to kill these people in order to get every last drop of this precious vitae processed through your test tubes and, crazy looking apparatus?
Well, I mean, we are down with
Right.
2 subjects, so I guess there isn't really other choice, So yes, I don't have an issue with that.
I see that. Okay, well, that means you will have to make 3 humanity checks for murdering somebody. So roll your
No
humanity
problem.
3 times to see if
I
you
can
lose any.
afford to lose it.
Yeah.
No, I guess I will.
Although
Okay, so
really with 6 or 7 humanity, it takes a lot of atrocity before you actually learn it, you lose any.
Yeah, it's also a good course.
Yeah, and there is no 8, 9, or wait, there is no re-rolls on 8, 9, or 10 on this one. Maybe on
Okay,
10s alone, I think.
that's one.
Well, wait, that doesn't really matter in a humanity check because the first success will solve it. You don't worry about that.
Okay. So it's like one roll for all.
No, one
No,
roll for
okay.
each person. I mean, come on, morality.
One success with this roll.
Okay. Oh, only one. Wow.
Only one, yes.
Okay.
Okay, this is 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
how many.
No, 5 actually.
Okay.
Well, only one was enough, so
Yeah.
yeah. 1.
Okay.
So
right. So your humanity remains at 7.
yes,
Interesting.
that's actually a bit pity.
I know. I mean, it seems a little too generous for me. I mean,
and we
all,
kill someone else.
yeah,
You know?
exactly. How many people? How many people does a girl have to kill around here?
Yes,
right?
yeah. I want to see
Exactly.
what happens.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess nothing happens really
Yeah.
with this one.
Mhm.
You don't lose the touchstone yet, I guess.
No, you don't lose the touchstone until you lose number 6.
with this
So, yeah,
one. If
yeah.
you
Or
lose
detach
second
the
one.
touchstone.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Odin, I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
Your clan curse actually comes into effect when you drop in humanity. And even if you like go higher
That's
again,
true.
it's still
That's
there.
true. Yeah, from 7 to 6 is actually an important transition. There's your clan curse will come. It's called your bane. Will come and affect you. But why did we pick clans in the first place? Of course we want the bane. It's
Yeah. But whatever, you know,
exactly.
like it doesn't really make that much a difference because I think she's creep anyway. So
I was going to say, I mean, how can you be a Nosferatu and not be creepy, right? I mean, okay, so Odin, do you have any ideas for dreadful acts, unnatural acts, insights to be gained? It would like very much to synthesize with you. It wants to share, to seep its shadow form into your brain and your vitae and your blood and body, and the two of you will be one supreme being, and we will feed on the rest of all of them for their beautiful vitae, and we will dwell deep in the waters forever together as one being. That's its suggestion, anyway.
Yeah. I think the thing that makes me get stuck is kind of feel like thinking in a vacuum, so it's kind of tricky to come up with something.
It's okay. I don't want to put some pressure on you. I think it would be kind of fun to have Nora try something. But I don't want to say you have to. And on the other hand, I mean, maybe you could. I mean, I don't want to make suggestions. It's up to you.
Yeah, but I appreciate you like suggesting or asking. You know, even if I don't
Okay.
directly call.
In that case, just a potential suggestion would be to instead of.
I said.
Sorry.
I appreciated your suggestions and asking,
Right.
though I didn't.
I see. Okay.
Respond with something. I didn't say that you should suggest.
I see. Okay. Now I understand. All right.
Yeah.
In that case, shall we move to the final stages of the experiment to see if the three of to see what happens here? Technically, Nora was supposed to be there in order to sort of be a psychological bridge for Solveig. It's also possible, now that she has his vitae, that she could be the subject rather than Solveig. That is also possible. That Nora could be the recipient rather than Solveig. So that is something else that you should know as a possibility. At least Nora knows this. Perhaps the others do not. So that is another potential issue here. do we want to wait to come up with the final moments of the experiment and see what people want to do with it? I'm going to throw it a little bit open to you as to exactly what this is going to achieve, and also the risks to you. This will be carried out in the sunlight. And there's also the question of, if whoever is transformed like this, what are they going to want to do, is a very good question. So therefore, should I just leave it up to you guys to think about that between sessions and maybe come up with a particular goal? I mean, the experiment has changed upon you several times. There's lots of different elements here now. So it's kind of up to the characters to decide what they want to achieve. The possibilities are endless.
I think that sounds good to wait until the next time
Okay.
to come up with that. But I mean, the answer to that question is both as a group and also as individuals, right?
Correct.
So
Yeah.
so and if we just like spend some time to look, when we look at it as a group, we had a plan, we had intentions.
Right. The original group was to get the original goal of the experiment accomplished. Now the question is, if anybody, I assume actually that the goal could be perverted by if Ejdesh actually wanted to change the art to give it some different outcome than anyone expects, or if Ansa wants to give it some different outcome than anyone expects, there's a chance to do that.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah.
think
Okay.
Yeah. I will not say anything about that now.
Right.
But
Okay. And so, Odin, I
well,
just
I
want
have a clear idea.
Yes, you've still got your napkin. I wrote it right here. We're following this, and so another thing too, Odin, is for you to decide whether Nora feels like she is done with this and is just going to play her part, or if. But this thing is not going to be under your control forever. You're going to have to do something with this somehow.
Yes, she was aware of that. That's
Yeah.
why she was asking, because she was suspected it might not last
Right.
experiment.
Excellent. So that is something I need to ask you about, how Nora is going to deal with this situation. You could make a deal with it, make promises to it. You could try to come up. Remember, it cannot tolerate sunlight. And in many ways, it is more vulnerable to sunlight than you are. And you are about to conduct a big sunlight experiment.
So I can trick it into the...
Something like that. If you wanted to try to destroy it and bring it into this experiment situation, you could. Maybe.
And you said that I had access to some of the coils temporarily.
Absolutely,
So-
yes.
So I could actually endure the sun a little bit and without like panicking.
Exactly. Yes, you could.
So it's more like, okay, let's it do it in here. Open the doors and...
Excellent. Well, if you'll go in there, and of course there's Ejdesh's painting, has this beautiful setup. And I assume, Ola, are you just going to go and get Solvay's body and put it where it was supposed to be?
yeah,
Okay. So good. That will set that up. All right. I think that will be. Is that enough for tonight, you think? And actually hit the experiments with a hammer next time?
and next time is after
Yes,
Christmas,
because we have Nathan can't be here next week, and then after that, I think we're all doing Yule you know, in all the ways we do it. Um, I think that's the situation. Does that sound okay to everybody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds okay.
Odin, do you want to finish out with anything else you wanted to say, or any suggestions or ideas? Anything?
Hmm. Well, on the ship, like if I want to. I don't really have anything.
Okay, that's fine. I'm sure something will occur to you along the way,
Yeah.
given all the strangeness. So, okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I don't think there was any roles for Nora this time, so I'm sorry about that.
I'm fine. She just
Yeah.
wanted a very simple thing, and I kind of like.
Excellent.
It
Okay,
was just-
so everybody gets one more
I don't
beat.
complain.
Excellent.
Do I get 2 beats because I?
Yes, you do.
I
You have 2 beats, Nathan.
Hmm?
You saved some banked from the experiment, so
Hmm?
that's 2 beats for you.
Okay.
And I think
Oh.
breaking points are also beats, so that's 2 beats for a beat for Hans and a beat for Ejdesh, and 3 beats for Ansa.
then
So
I have 5 beats.
yeah.
But
So
do
yeah,
you
go
get
ahead,
experience
Odin.
when
Yeah.
you get?
One moment, Ola.
It probably.
Mhm.
And like especially it's on cost one experience. So if you wanted that, was it cosmology? The science
Yeah,
you can
could do
actually.
that. You could do that now. Yeah, that's true. But there's lots of things to do with experiments, so we'll let people.
Do I get my willpower back?
You get your
I s-
willpower back by what's your mask is the detective guy. The
Okay, it's a
right.
mask and the okay. My
Yeah.
bad. I thought it was the aspiration.
Yeah. No, you don't. Yeah, not for that. But you do get it for. But it's kind of a question. As an idealist, one thing we don't really know is what is Hans' ideals, right? So it's kind of hard to have that operate for willpower. But we will work with that later, perhaps. So, okay, everybody.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye.